congratulations to Oliver and the Nissan team. Very special, and it's his day. Cheers.
Thanks, Nick. Well, we'll bring Oliver Rowland straight into the press conference, I believe, our new 2025 Formula E World Champion. Oliver Rowland with Nissan Formula E team, if he's coming. World Champion privilege, here we go. Take your time. Ollie, we're going to let you just catch your breath and sit there for a second. We'll continue just with our top three. Nick, obviously, fantastic weekend for Jaguar TCS Racing. It's been a tricky season for you, but to win and completely dominate the races here in Berlin this weekend, that's incredibly positive to end, well, come towards the end of the season as we head into London.
Yeah, look, Mitch was unbelievable yesterday. He had incredible speed. I was also very proud of our race. We got very lucky with a safety car there that brought us back into that one. But overall, it means a positive weekend for the team. The last few weekends have been upwards for us. I think we've understood a few points on this car, how to get more performance out of it. I don't think we're quite 100% consistent weekend to weekend there, but definitely I think the last weekends have been stronger, and so that's a nice feeling. The future for the team's very bright. There's lots of development, lots of smart people in our team, so it's nice to reward everyone there.
Excellent. Congratulations again. Nick Cassidy with Jaguar TCS Racing. We move on to a former world champion, Jake Dennis with Andretti Formula E team. Great drive as well for you to come from quite far back as well. Some serious places made up there. How does it feel to end this weekend on a high after yesterday's disappointment? It must be good.
Well, first and foremost, congrats, buddy. Super happy for you. But yeah, we obviously had a game plan going into the race. It was quite clear what our intentions were, and I think we perfectly executed it, to be honest. I didn't quite have the pace in the middle phase what Nick had, so kind of just had to consolidate what we were given. And I think at the end we went attack mode at the right time, but yeah, by this point Nick was just too far ahead. So super happy to get back on the podium after some really difficult races from my side of the garage. We've always had the pace, but just could never deliver anything, and it seemed that way in qualifying as well with the red flag. And but yeah, happy to execute a really good race, and yeah, just super excited to head into London now and try and win a race this season. That's really my only goal left, and if we can do that, I'll be happy.
Yeah, two opportunities to do that. 2 years ago in London, you were in the position that Ollie's in right now. As someone that's been through the emotions that Ollie's been through right now, what kind of advice would you give him for how he should maybe celebrate this evening?
I mean, his London weekend is very different to what me and Nick have experienced. He can have a beer every night, no problem. And it's just a massive weight off your shoulders, you know. I think it's always special to celebrate it in front of, in London, but to get it wrapped up so early is awesome for him. So, we're just excited to go back to London. It's a great event, lots of fans, and looking forward to a good event itself.
Thank you very much, Jake Dennis. Jean-Éric Vergne for DS Penske. A great drive from you as well, coming from far behind, reading the race incredibly well. How are you feeling right now? Second podium of the season.
Feeling good. Obviously, I think it was good to end the weekend on a high. We had quite a bit of bad luck yesterday. It was running P3 when something broke on the front axle. I had to retire the car. This morning qualifying didn't go well with the red flag, so yeah, it's nice to have a bit of a break and finish on the podium.
You've been on the podium the last 4 seasons here in Berlin. What is it about Berlin? What's the key to your success here for this track?
I don't know. I've been on the podium, but I didn't win, so I guess I still need to improve.
Okay, and obviously, as a former champion yourself, I asked the question to Jake now, as Ollie sits here and we all get ready to speak to him. What would your words of advice be for what you should be as a Formula E champion for the next year at least?
I don't think I have any advice. I mean, he's done a fantastic season. He was clearly the best by far this year. He's been impressive all along. And he should celebrate like the world champion that he is. Congratulations to you, man. It was very strong season. He's a world champion now. I don't have anything to say. Just well done.
Okay, thank you very much. Ollie, How are you feeling right now? How do you put this whole experience into words? You've kind of known that it was likely, it was, the probability was with you, but you've still got to go out there and do it. Yesterday didn't go your way, but now you've finally got your hands on this championship. Well, not physically, but...
Yeah, obviously I feel good. I feel pretty relieved. Obviously we've seen in previous years that it doesn't so matter always. Everybody's been saying for 3 rounds, oh, you've got this wrapped up, but the reality was I had 45 points at some point with 8 races to go, and people saying it's all your championship. So honestly, in my mind, I couldn't stop thinking about how I could get it overturned. And this morning, the emotions of nerves and trying to battle with, obviously, Pascal, who was probably the nearest contender, been on really good form this morning, was pretty difficult to deal with. Then obviously the race was extremely tight, close, packed racing, which was hard to be clean. But I think, yeah, we did a great job, and obviously I feel super happy. It's something that I've strived towards for, I think it's my 7th season in Formula E now, so yeah, it was kind of due, and yeah, I'm super proud. I'm up against some incredible drivers. I think the level here is amazing, and to be able to do this is a really proud moment for me.
There was one particular move where you took the race lead. Were you thinking of playing this cautiously versus being your usual self and wanting to be out there and making up places?
Well, the problem was I was trying to be cautious and stay out of trouble, but the problem is when you're like that, it's easy to get shuffled back, and you can quickly go from 6th to 15th in that type of race, So I was trying to stay out of trouble, but then at some point I was like, right, I'm going to just go for it and lead the race. I was also having quite a lot of balance issues following other cars, so I thought that my balance would be much better in front. So I decided to just go for it and kind of consolidate points, knowing that the guys with more energy and who took the attack mode later would probably come. But yeah, I just, at some point I was getting a bit beaten up, and I'm not sure if it's the case, but I felt like people knew I had a lot to lose, let's say. So they kind of race you slightly differently. And it's the same for me. I race slightly differently, not wanting to get in trouble. And getting that balance was really, really difficult throughout the race. But in the end, I think we managed it about as best as we could.
At what point out there did you know that it was going to happen?
I didn't really. I knew that if I outscored by 12 points, then I would be okay. But I wasn't really sure what happened to Pascal. I think he took 2 minutes in the beginning, but when it ran out, it was like he had a puncture. I thought he had a problem, and he just looked like he dropped back really quickly. So yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on, and I didn't want to ask either. But my engineer said, P4's good, and it kind of struck me that, okay, maybe he's not in the points. But again, I didn't ask. And yeah, I had a bit of fun with my engineer on the last lap. I was asking him if I could go in on Jev, and he was telling me no. And I was only joking. I said, I'm only joking. I don't really want to do it. But yeah, that was a bit of fun.
Obviously, you got the message on the team radio from your daughter. Did you have any inkling that there'd be something like that? Completely blindsided?
Yeah, I was already an emotional mess, and when that came on, yeah. I mean, even just thinking about it now, it's amazing, and to do it with her, we're a team, my wife, my daughter. We've got another one on the way, so we're a team, and we go through the emotions together. So seeing her and how she reacts to those things is really cool. Like she takes no. She's like, you win or you don't come home, basically. And I loved the way she just said bye at the end, like, well done, bye. So yeah, that's. I mean, I was already super emotional, but that was amazing.
We've seen her on the podium already this season. Will we see your daughter collecting the championship trophy with you in London?
Yeah, I'll have no choice. She asks me every time.
We've got to talk about celebrations now, because I'm sure you've had it planned in the back of your mind. You've kind of given me personally a little inkling of how you might celebrate with the team. We know what Jake did. He went and bought a house somewhere random.
Is it ready yet? Is it ready?
That was 2 years ago.
Been waiting for it for ages.
What are you planning to do? Do you want to maybe drop what you're planning to do with the team?
Yeah, now I can share a bit more, but I was looking to take my engineers away straight after London. I'm probably going to go to Ibiza for 3 days. So I'm going to take whoever wants to come from the engineering team can come. So yeah, should be fun. Anyone else can come, no problem.
They got to pay for themselves, though, yeah?
Yeah.
Was that inspired by Jake Dennis and his celebrations?
Well, he is the inspiration of Ibiza, I think.
Of course he is. Is there anything you're planning on treating yourself to? I'm quite interested, because obviously Jake treated himself to a house that's not ready.
I've just bought a house, so I kind of need the prize money to pay for that. But I wouldn't say to treat myself. No, I think you do this for so many years. I've really started to notice the older I get, the more it takes its toll on me. So actually, I'm just gonna go somewhere nice and peaceful for a few weeks and switch my phone off and just try and get my energy levels back and get in the right mindset to have a good preseason, because I think that's important if we want to move forward.
Before that, you will have the peace and serenity of East London and the Excel Centre for the final 2 races of the season. It must be a huge weight off your shoulders to have wrapped up one of 3 championships, but obviously still a lot to play for. You must appreciate that you can celebrate tonight now, knowing that you can be completely focused for that last couple of rounds.
Yeah, no, obviously it's important for us, the team's championship. I'm not sure of the situation as we speak. But yeah, I can go there with no pressure. We didn't have the target to win the teams or manufacturers this year as a team. The drive and focus was really on the drivers' championship, and that was quite clear from the moment we started. But that's still on the line, so I can go there completely relaxed and just send it and try and get the best results.
And finally, before we open up for some questions before the media pen, it's been 10 years since you were last a champion, winning back in your junior career with Fortec in Formula Renault. How have you changed in that last decade as a man and as a driver?
Well, a lot. I'm much more on time now. I think I drink a bit less than I used to then as well. But yeah, I mean, it's 10 years ago, so obviously when you're a kid, you think you know everything, but you don't. And I guess I've grown up as an adult. I now have one child and one on the way, so I'm a dad. And that's changed me, to be honest. You know, when you grow up, when 10 years ago, racing was all that my life involved, and that was all I cared about. And now there's 2 sides of my life, and I actually really like the balance. So I'm more mature, more rounded, hopefully as fast as I was then, and hopefully I'll maintain that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
Great. Well, congratulations again. Would anyone like to ask a question to any of our drivers on the stage? Please raise your hand and a microphone will appear. Okay, one at the front here.
Hi, Giles Richards, The Guardian. A question for you, Ollie, just 2 parts really. Can you tell me how this title fits in terms of the achievements of your life, where it stands in that respect? And also, I understand that at one point you were considering leaving the sport when you were unhappy a couple of years back. I'm just wondering if you ever imagined you'd be in this position now, where you were then 2 years ago.
Of course, I think this is the best achievement that I've had in my career up until now. In terms of where I was a couple of years ago, I think as we spoke the other day, there was a point where I was not very interested in continuing in the position that I was in. I wasn't enjoying myself. I found myself not wanting to get on flights to come to races, and that was a problem. And I took a big risk to pull out, let's say, halfway through the season from a good contract that I had, and I had nothing really on the table ready for me to sign. So I took a big risk, but I knew I needed something different. I knew I needed to try and do this, and that was the target. But I wasn't naive. I knew what the challenge was, let's say, and how difficult it was going to be. So it wasn't like I thought this would be easy. I kind of approached the challenge with a good mindset and experience.
Okay, anyone else like to ask a question? You may raise your hand now. We have plenty of time. Okay, it would seem we're all done with questions.